Hey, Mr. Clash here, and in this video I'm going to show you a foolproof, quick, simple, super easy way to calculate percentages that you need to hit, amount of damage that you need to hit in wars to beat the other team if it's going to be equal on stars or something like that, or close to that. We've all been in those situations. And we get to the end of the map and we're looking at these last bases to hit and we go, oh my God, what do I need to do on this base? What do I need to do on this base? Oh, how much extra percentage do I need to get to beat the other guys? And we're looking at this percentage here, 97.32, 97.2. Oh, how much extra do I need? Oh, how do I work that out? There's all these. I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing that we're going to do is to ignore the designator, or whatever you call it in mathematics. There'll be a mathematics person that will just scream at me calling it a designator or whatever. But the thing that determines what the number is outside of its number. So what do I mean by that? Well, this is a percentage. Okay, let's ignore that. What if it had a dollar sign? Then it would stop being 91%. It would become $91 or 91 pounds or 91 euros. I want you to strip that designator away. We're just going to talk about the number. The number is 91. And we're only going to talk about the numbers on the bases that are left to hit. So, grab yourself a piece of paper with me. I'm going to jot this down on the screen, and I'm going to show you how we came to these calculations, or how I was able to do it like 5, 6, 7, 8 times really quickly in the clan. Okay, so I want you to write these numbers down. 91, 74, I'm going to write them down on the screen in a second, in case, just so in case. 73, and the last one is actually 95, but it was 92. So I need to write that one down twice because that comes into it. So we'll just write these down now. Like I said, I'm going to write this one down twice. So we've got 91, we had 74, 73, and 92. And I want you to add them up. So use a calculator, use your brain, use long form addition. You add up from right to left or left to right, whichever you prefer, it doesn't matter. You're going to end up with the same number either way. 330 and 333. That's what you're going to end up with these numbers. Okay, now that's your side, because you need to calculate both sides. So when it's coming down to the nitty-gritty, you calculate both sides, because both sides are going to matter. Okay, so now we go, and then you'll only be using one side if they've done all their hits. Now we go over to the other side. So jot these down, then I'll come back to the darker screen so it stands out more. So we've got 78, as you can see here. We've got 81. We have 75. And we also have 97. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to jot those numbers down as well. But we're going to do it over here. So we've got this thing to compare to. So 78, 81, 75, and 97. Now remember, we don't care about what they are, what they represent. We only care about the number. Call them destruction units if you like. It doesn't matter. We care only about the number. All right, there we go, 331. Now, just before I move on, if you want to work that out as a percentage, if you want to do the mental exercise or the calculator exercise, then all of the other bases were 3 stars. So onto this number, you add 2,100 to 331, then divide the whole lot by 25. And what that number will actually then give you is 97.24. But we're going to ignore this. We don't care about this number. The quick, simple, easy way is to only care about these numbers. Okay, so what were we faced with here? We were faced with 331 of these 4 bases, and they had done all their hits, and we had 330. And we had 2 attacks left. We had a Town Hall 10 attack left, and we had a Town Hall 11 attack left. Okay, now logic might tell you straight away, go for the second star, get the star. Okay, think about this for a moment. Let's say he got the second star on this. However, we were 330 versus 331. We were already 1 behind. What if he only got 81%? 2 stars and 81. Okay, what does that mean? It means for our 4 bases, 2 stars and 81 equals 320. Okay. Now at 320, you can see we are now 11 behind. And to win, we need 12. 12 units, 12% whatever, from any base that's left. That's what we need. Now, as that would have meant that's a Town Hall 10 attack that's left, we can have a look down here. At 92, that was on that clack, 92 does not, 12 is not on it. So if you don't 3-star it and take that up to 72 stars, and you can only 2-star, forget this base. So if you're only going to 2-star, we have to look at this base. Is there 12 percentage points available? Yes, there are. We are at 73. So how much do I need to win? We're going to hit base 4. Tell me, master planner who's got this plan for the wall plan that's telling me to hit base 4 because it's got the most percentage on it. How much do I actually need to get to win? We've already hit this base. We got the extra star. We're at 71 all. I've only got a Town Hall 10 attack left to go. This is what I need to hit. What percentage do I need to hit? Add it up. You come up with 320. These guys are on 331. To beat that, I need 12. Let's have a look. It says 73. 73 plus 12 is 85. So, the person with the last attack, you hit this base, 2 stars and get 85, we win. You don't get 85, we lose. And that is it. That is how you quickly and easily and simply work out what you need to get. Let's take this different scenario. Let's say all of the attacks are done, this one included, so this is done and this is all you're left with, except there's 1 Town Hall 11 attack left to do. You're ahead 333 to 331. Okay, Town Hall 11. You've got 1 attack left. And you need to get a star. Okay, if you get a star on this, we are already ahead. You can see that we are already ahead on this base. If you get a star, you can see there'll be an extra 26 added, and we'll be miles ahead if you get a star on this. So you might be inclined to say, let's look at this base to get a star, because we can, outside Town Hall, we can easily get the second star. That's great, but what percentage leeway do we have? Okay, so we work backwards. We're at 333 and they are at 331. If we want to stay ahead of that number when we get the second star, because this number is already 91, then the minimum we need to get is 332. Yeah, so we can only drop 1. And that means 1. That means the minimum to get to stay ahead and win this war, equal stars, and still win, is to 2-star this base and get at least 90%. So when you're sitting in that clan, it's coming close to the end of the war, and you go, which base can I hit? What percentages do I need to get on this base as a minimum to put us in front? What do I need to this? If I hit this base and I grab the second star, what's the minimum percentage I need to get? You work it out this way. Remember, we're only talking about the points. Ignore the fact it's got the number, the thing percent behind it. Ignore that. We're only talking about the units in this case, 91, 74, 73. at this point of those 4 bases, 333 versus 331, you want to stay ahead of 331, you can only drop 1. And that means on this base, 91, see I'm just hiding the percentage, 91 becomes 90. That's the only option you have. So there you have it. That is the quick and simple, and I hope I explained it simply as well, way to figure out the minimum percentages or bare bones percentages or whatever you need to beat the other team in close wars. And in this case, if you're wondering, why wasn't this done? Why wasn't that done this way, that way, or whatever? So the reason that went into this thinking was this. This base I had a plan for, but it was very hit and miss, and there was no guarantee that I would even be able to increase the percentage. This base I had a plan for, and I felt very good I could get a 3-star on it. In that case, 95%, I was probably, there was a cannon that saved the day because of a misplaced heal spell. If I'd placed the heal spell correctly, I would have had extra troops up, the cannon would have gone down, and then the rest of the percentage of the base went. So that was the logic of the Town Hall 10 hitting. So in the terms of the Town Hall 11, the Town Hall 11 did not think they could get 91% plus a star, or even 90%, because we could only afford to drop 1. So this is how it worked out. What's the bare minimum I need to get on this? Let me work it out. 333 versus 331. You can only drop 1, which means you must minimum get 90% 2-star. I don't think I can get 90%. I think I'll get a better chance of 3-star in this base. Okay, then attack that base for a 3-star. It's Hail Mary, we win or lose. This way, we would have got the star, lost on percentage. This way, we would have got a star and won on even extra percentage. So there you have it. That is the quick and easy way to work out your percentages when you are facing each other. And remember, like I said, as you have bases left in the war, write this down on a piece of paper, jot it down, and as the bases start to fall, just update it. Just update it, wipe it out. If this becomes 100, well, you don't really care about, you've got it. Depending, you can make that 100 if you want. That becomes 100, and you can adjust this accordingly in those bare bones. But if you've got like 8 or 10 bases left to hit, we're not really talking about that if you've got 15 or 20 attacks left. We're talking bare bones, at the minimum at the end of the war. You're really looking for percentages. Which base can I hit? Which base will give me this and that? This is the easiest method to work out. You're only looking at bases unhit, calculate what's left, and there you go. But you must calculate the same. Don't you calculate 3 and then calculate 4 for them. If you're going to calculate 4, you must calculate 4 on both sides. Even if let's say even if there was only 3 empty bases that's not hit, then calculate those 3 empty bases plus 100. And then on this side there's 4, then calculate the 4 bases not hit. And that's how you work those numbers out. You have to calculate like for like. So anyway, that's it. That's it for today's video. It was a little bit of a different one, but it's something that I see a lot of people struggle with in clans on trying to figure out percentages and how much do they need from this base or that base to increase a percentage. Overall, you don't need to know the overall, you just need to know based on the bases that you have left. And this is the method that I've used for, well, probably the last 3 years or even 4 years, 3.5 years since I really started getting into working out the percentages on close wars near the end. So that is it. That's all that's left to say. I hope you found something useful in this. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.